But alright. So, Valskibum has finally been able to check out all the updates about this. Learning with Pibby. And if you recall, this was supposedly going to be a show, but it was just like an April Fool's joke that they started doing it with all these like cartoons that we have seen. Rick and Morty was one, Adventure Time, and some other ones. Like, it would have sounded like an amazing like show that they would have done, but now we got this update, and now it's just rest in peace, Learning with Pibby. Let's check it out.
Pibby, learning is so fun. We like to spell and we love to hug. Learning with Pibby.
Well, all good things end eventually. Following Learning with Pibby has been a wild roller coaster ride. The idea of all these iconic faces from animation history crossing over, combined with an ominous glitch affecting them, and then uniting them all together to fight, it was fun, it was creative, and it felt like it was going somewhere. Over the years, we've been through the ups and downs, wondering if this would get greenlit as a full project. It got special treatment for an Adult Swim April Fool's joke. Hooray!
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, it was getting like this whole overwhelming of like, oh my gosh, dude, like it's actually gonna happen. They're showcasing so many things. Like, they even showcased a trailer for it. Like, dude, like it's possible that it could happen. And also it's gonna be an Adult Swim show. Like, dude, that brings more of a praise that's gonna happen. But no, they were like saying, it was just an April Fool's joke. Just take it as an April Fool's joke. Like, it would be awesome, but all the rights and everything might be the ones that make it impossible. So take that to account.
Then one of the creator's family members claimed the show wasn't happening. It's so Jover. But wait, a trademark got extended. We are so back. Then the creator reveals it still hasn't been greenlit. Do we exist just to suffer? This back and forth was exhausting, and fans were constantly left in the dark while hoping that a miracle would bring Learning with Pibby to life. Today, though, we have to put everything to rest. The show is not happening. This depressing news comes from Dodge Greenlee's Instagram, where he shares his story and how everything has personally affected him. In 2019, I pitched a show idea about a cute preschool character facing the apocalypse, and through 2020, I worked on her story in a real-world apocalypse. I wish I could say developing her story was a delight, but honestly, it was like being punched in the soul every week. When we released the trailer for Learning with Pibby in 2022, it seemed like all my hard work was worth it. Millions of people watched the video and fell in love with Pibby, and it seemed like she was destined to get a full TV show. I was told it was unprecedented. They had hoped for at best 1 million views, and she rocketed past 10 million in the first week. People became fans from a 2.5-minute video, and the fans were and still are amazing, making so much beautiful art and sending the kindest messages any artist could ever hope for.
Yeah, which also sucks because, like, bro, like, you really wanted this, like, a lot of people really wanted this show. Like, I kept on seeing a bunch of, like, iterations of FNF mods where they just have, like, all these characters that we just didn't see. Just be as enemies going against, their iteration. Like, they, instead of boyfriend, it was Pibby, and they were fighting against these characters because, like, we never knew if, the show was going to be, like, greenlit, it was gonna be like made, and it was just in a existential limbo. But now it's gone to the point where now it's finally put to rest, and the artist and creator of this has finally said, we've been trying, but it just doesn't feel like it's gonna happen. And it's also like something that I just wanted to make for fun, and yeah, it's crazy. But, like, the fans are still going at it, but learning this, maybe they might put it to rest.
But Pibby still wasn't picked up to be a full show, so the soul punching continued. We kept working, and when we finally pushed through, we took Pibby out to sell the show, and we pitched it the second week of the writer's strike.
Oh shit, that's right.
3 awards, but no one wanted original content.
That's also true. Damn, dude, I forgot this was during also the time that the writer strike was happening, where obviously people did not want to, like, pay the writers, because obviously the rise of AI, and AI was more easier and more efficient for it to, like, write content for them. And a lot of people just like went through that, and they're like, you know what, like, we're giving you original content, something that we've been thinking like throughout our minds. And obviously the creator of Pibby like had a great concept with that trailer that they showcase. And to just be like, you know what, no, like, we're gonna find a way, but with AI, because AI is the future. Original content is not gonna be anything anymore, because like you see that AI keeps growing, whether it's music, whether it's voice, um, getting the voices of people, getting what's it called? What's another thing about it? Just like stuff in general, like that's the daily use. Like they find ways to like implement AI in it, and it works. Like you see it now with obviously apps. Like one of them is like music. Like they're gonna implement AI so they can like get you like your own playlist. Like you give them like a string of people that you think should be on that playlist, and they pick it for you, and it's still in beta. And but when it becomes like fully integrated, it's a lot more easier, and it gets more lazy for originality gets lazy. So it's crazy.
In the following years, I fell into a deep depression. Every time someone asks me about Pibby, every comment, every message pains me so deeply. I wish I could make more. I wish she could have her whole story. It's hard to talk about this time, but I'm properly medicated and therapized, so I'm trying to turn this corner and move on. I have a few pieces of art for Pibby that I'd still like to share with the world, but this is the end of her story for me. Love, Dodge.
Maybe we should let the darkness consume us.
Oh God.
What are you saying?
In the comments, one fan asked if Dodge could take an alternate route and tell his story through a comic book. The creator responded that he doesn't own the rights, so it can only happen with Cartoon Arc's approval. Even the voice actor of Pibby herself came forward, revealing she would return to the role in a heartbeat if given the chance. She asks about making shorts, but the answer is probably the same as before. Learning with Pibby is an endlessly imaginative and creative pilot that could have gone places. Why didn't it get greenlit? Probably bad timing in the animation industry. Things are rough, and studios aren't looking for original ideas. While we have to accept that Pibby's story is over, the memories will continue to live on. Even with such little content, Pibby had a chokehold on pop culture and genuinely meant a lot to people these past few years. At the end of the day, the best thing you can do is support the creator. Whenever he cooks up something new, give him some love. He deserves it. Thanks for everything, Pibby. Even if only for a bit. It was nice knowing you.
It's so crazy to think that obviously something that could have been like original was trashed, and it's just going to be put to rest. And I'm hoping that there is still a little sliver of hope, like even if it's already been like for so long, because obviously animation will still continue from people. Like take it from Digital Circus, Hell of a Boss, the one that was checking out Phonehead, what's it called, like all these iterations from people making like their own like type of content. Cause like there's fans that really wanted to see this being fleshed out, but it couldn't because it has issues with rights, or it has issues with like people can't work on it because they're more focused on doing something that they were actually working on, not something that was just made for fun. And there's people that actually did like do their own little takes of like stuff, and I'm really hoping that Cartoon Network actually like comes back to this and tries to make it possible. Like even if it's an Adult Swim show, like actually like make it like flesh out, because after that like there's not gonna be much more content out there that's gonna be like great that people are gonna end up enjoying. Because like if it's just gonna be AI just gets like, it gets interesting to a point, but it's not gonna get to like, oh, like it's just gonna follow, it's gonna follow a same recipe that people are just gonna get over with. Because you rather want to have someone's original content that they have like in their minds, because like they could take turns into like whatever fucking route they want to go to. Because with AI, you just put a a template of what you want, it will give it to you, but like you just can't make originality like happen from it. But yeah, it does suck that this piece of media will forever be in its limbo forever without getting greenlit for something that could have been amazing. But I don't know. Let's hope that with the return of Cartoon Network, like how Valskibum said in another video, hopefully they bring it back. Because like, bro, it sounded like a good show, but I can't argue. But damn, what a video to talk about the end that was Learning with Pibby. Amazing.